SAP Cloud Platform Workflow Management is a cloud service offering of the extension suite. With this, you can digitize workflows, automate processes, manage decisions, gain end-to-end visibility on business processes, and configure processes in a low-code, no-code approach. The Inbox application provides a single entry point for business users to access all their assigned tasks. Workflow management can be used not only to extend processes running in SAP business applications, but also running on non-SAP third-party applications with the help of SAP Cloud Platform integration. Workflow management can leverage SAP Intelligent Robotic Process Automation to automate and manage structured and unstructured repetitive tasks, thus reducing manual effort. Additionally, it works seamlessly with SAP Conversational AI, enabling business users to quickly complete tasks and gain insights into the processes by conversing with bots. Workflow content, providing out-of-the-box solutions to real-world common business problems, can be developed and published as live process packages to the API Business Hub. These live process package content can be leveraged by business experts using the Process Flexibility Cockpit to discover, consume, and configure process extensions in order to address the business needs and substantially accelerate time to value. All in all, with SAP Workflow Management, you can do more with less, ensure compliance, and flexibly adapt to new business requirements. Let us look into one such live process package shipped with Workflow Management that provides an out-of-the-box solution for your standard S/4HANA business processes. Payment data of business partners maintained in the SAP S/4HANA is used in payment runs for contracts or billable services. Any changes done to the business partner payment data must be accompanied by appropriate approvals in order to avoid any form of fraudulence. Business Partner Payment Data Change Approval Live Process Package provides such a solution to orchestrate approvals for change of payment data in SAP S/4HANA. The Live Process Package extends the change payment data process, providing options to involve the necessary persona to review and approve changes to the master data based on the business partner details and the type of change, such as updates, modifications, creations or additions, or deletion of banking data. You can find details about the Business Partner Payment Data Change Approval Live Process Package in the SAP API Business Hub. Navigate to Content Type Workflow Management, click on View More, and search for the package. Over here, you will see all the other live process packages also that have been shipped with Workflow Management. When you navigate into the live process package, you will get the details about the package, a setup guide informing how exactly to configure the package, and details about the artifacts involved in it, the rules, processes, and visibility. You can also discover this live process package content by clicking on Discover Packages within Process Flexibility Cockpit to be navigated to the Process Hub. Again, you will see all the live process packages that are shipped with Workflow Management, as well as important information such as any updates available, the status of the package, whether it is imported or not, etc. Once it has been imported, you will be able to see this content in your Process Flexibility Cockpit among all the other live processes that you have imported. The live process package contains process variants, your decisions, visibility scenario, and the live process insights. You can create the process variant you require with the easy-to-use process variant modeler. For instance, you can model a process variant to orchestrate the approvals for payment data changes for high-value suppliers. There are 3 process steps available over here: request changes, approve changes, and update changes. You can drag and drop these process steps and further configure them. Approve changes process step has an additional property called approval level. The value in this approval level property is used in the decision to determine the recipients for the approval task. Cardinalities are maintained appropriately so that the steps are used correctly in this variant. For instance, the update changes, which is the final step, will and can be used exactly once. You can see a lock symbol over there. Approve steps can occur one or more times. That means you can have at least one or many approval steps. The submit payment data changes, that is request changes, which is a task assigned to a persona to review and add more data for the banking information, is an optional step. So it can be totally neglected. Once you have modeled your process variant, save and activate it. Activating the process variant will make it available so that you can use it to extend your business application. The determine approver's decision contains the payment data changes approval policy that determines and returns the user group corresponding to the desired approval task owners. The rule is orchestrated by reading the types of changes involved, that is, whether any records need to be deleted, changed, or created, the business partner category, the region and country of the business partner, and the approval level from the process step. It returns a recipient group ID. The decision table can be personalized according to the business requirements and the customer's landscape. For instance, the recipient group IDs, while it can be reused or re-maintained in the IDP, it is easier to just change the rule over here and maintain the proper group IDs that are contained within the IDP of the customer. Similarly, you can change the approval level to any other string value which makes more sense, such as a CFO approval, management approval, etc., or maintain the same as is. But if any changes are done to the approval level, make sure that it is also maintained in the process step, approve step. To do so, all you need to do is click on copy to draft, and that will create a draft version of this rule, which can then be modified. Once the appropriate changes are done in the draft version, save the changes and click on Release Version, and finally click on Release. This will activate and release a new version of the rule. Every subsequent process variant will then start using the new released version. Let's now have a quick look at the Live Process Insights. Live Process Insights gives visibility on all open processes. This facilitates informed decisions to unblock and optimize running processes. For instance, bottlenecks such as delays in approvals can be quickly dealt with to reduce negative business impact. When you navigate into the dashboard for business partner payment data changes, you will see performance indicators based on the state and status of running processes. Easy to consume graphical representations show important information at a glance, such as the open approvals, business partner payment data changes per country or region, cycle times per process variant, step cycle times corresponding to the steps involved in the process variants in any different graphical representation, as well as payment data change requests per month. A business expert can further inspect the details of a process instance by navigating into it. There are also filter options based on the context of the process instance. For instance, I can filter based on a business partner ID. Clicking on the process instance ID will give me much more details about it, such as all the context information that is relevant for me. And the path will explain what all process steps have been executed up till now. The business expert could configure some actions based on the state or status of the process instance ID. We will get to that in a bit. For now, I have configured a couple of actions, one of which will send an escalation mail if I click on it, and the other one which will navigate into the backend system and show me the master data record of the business partner based on the business partner ID. You can see all the actions that have been triggered up till now, who has triggered it, what time was it triggered, etc. Let us have a quick look at what it looks like to navigate into the backend system. Clicking on it will directly take me to the S4 system and show information regarding the business partner. You can further enhance the visibility scenario by navigating into the Configure Business Scenarios application. Based on the state and status of the process, necessary aggregations can be performed on the process attributes, and meaningful process performance indicators can be configured. The rich dashboard with the rich tiles having graphical representation required no coding at all. All of them were configured using this application. You can notice that we provide options for representing the data using certain graphical charts, and these data can also be further filtered based on the status and state of the process. You can configure actions to help business users to act on situations in a process. Actions are defined at the business scenario level and therefore available for all instances of the business scenario, provided that the configured conditions are satisfied. I had defined two actions over here. One triggers a workflow that will send emails to a recipient list. The other one is a navigational link to the S4HANA application. It uses the business partner ID and opens the business partner records. Once you have completed all your changes, save and activate the business scenario so that all the changes will be reflected in the dashboard too. After you have made the necessary changes to the live process package artifacts and activated them, you can use them to extend your business applications and processes. Use the Monitor Workflows applications available with Workflow Management to determine the process definition ID, which can then be used with the standard workflow APIs to extend your applications. In this case, payment data changes for high value supplier was the process variant, which I activated, and I would be interested in the ID of this variant. An example payload is provided in the setup guide, which can be used as a reference to run your process. The first step in this process variant is a task to make changes to the banking data of the business partner. The recipient details is part of the payload over here. So I will navigate into my inbox and I will be able to see a new task with the requirement to make changes to the business partner's banking data. This is a rich UI. Details about this are mentioned in the setup guide. Add some valid banking data. Once the necessary data is provided, this data will be sent to the approval task by clicking on Send Request. So based on the process variant, the first approval task will be triggered, and the recipient for that approval task is determined by the decision table. For the purpose of this demo, I will assign that task to myself. This task would ideally be assigned to the GPO for approval based on a process variant. This is what the task looks like. You could approve or reject the task, and based on your actions, the next steps would be triggered. In this case, it would be a review step from the local management. So this is how a live process can be orchestrated and your business applications can be extended with the package content that we provide. More information about this partner payment data change approval live process package can be found by following this link or accessing the QR code. Do also explore all the other live process packages that we ship with Workflow Management. It was a pleasure to have your attention. Thank you very much.